right on Star Child, here we go. It is MaxPax. In the bottom left, we do have herO. Every map of Pig is a 30-minute macro game. Yeah. But he took a map off Björn in this tournament. It's pretty solid, if you ask me. I wouldn't be able to do that. Now, MaxPax and herO. MaxPax and herO. So these two, if they go into relatively standard compositions, MaxPax usually does get the better end of it. But in Phoenix versus Phoenix, herO has proven to be stronger or equally strong as MaxPax. And herO is going into the double gate, MaxPax is going into that Stargate expand. So let's see what herO will do here. Because he doesn't need to do he doesn't need the second gate literally, right? You need to utilize it for something. I mean, if you invest into it, you better use it. I don't think anyone wants to play from behind against MaxPax. And it used to be that MaxPax has herO's number. It's like he just literally played a little bit cleaner, a little bit better in every single way, and he always had the correct answer to what herO was doing. Until to a point where herO eventually would just swap into Terran in the third map, because he would just go down 2-0, swap to Terran and lose 3-0. That happened for a while. And they hit each other so often in these NA finals, it's insane. herO is gonna block with a pylon here, and the Zealot of course is done, so he's gonna delay that a little bit, but of course MaxPax is always happy to throw down the Stargate first. The Stargate wasn't confirmed, I think you still should do that as herO. And now the confirmation chances are just super low. He wants to get the cybernetics core block, and he's gonna get it, man. herO, the insane, the madman. Okay, this is good. I like it. This is actually really messing with the plans from MaxPax, because usually against a block, an engineering bay block, you can just take the third base if you want to. Now double stalker coming across the map. Wait a minute, is MaxPax gonna lose already? He's making an oracle. Oracle's not gonna be great against these stalkers. He has a stalker about to pop out though. With that shield battery should be fine. But if we can get another stalker reinforce here into the map. Oh, he's gonna snipe the first Zealot before it actually gets healed up by the shield battery. Adept across the map, almost dead here. Very unfortunate there. This thing is still alive here, but the sentry could get a kill on an adept. Oracle here could assist in taking on these stalkers, but needs to be careful because it takes a lot of damage as well. Now this is basically the best thing you can kind of do, right? I love it, man. You play the Void Ray defense without a nexus to defend. Now this also happened. He did kill that adept, and he's gonna push back the oracle for now. This is looking great for herO, man. This is an amazing opening. Oh, if he could get that oracle, that would be the best thing ever for him, but it's not gonna happen. Now MaxPax is up in probes, but this should be fine. This should be fine for herO because he has that faster nexus. There's a Void Ray that doesn't really do much. It provides some high ground vision though, but I guess you also have the oracle for that. But there's no blink yet, and blink is gonna be faster for herO. Now finally blink is starting up for MaxPax as well. The unit count in general is quite high here for herO. If herO does not get trapped by a stasis trap, he should be fine. He does not have a shield battery though, so he's exposing himself a little bit here. Trying to optimize a tiny bit too much maybe. He sees the oracle and he saw it like just sitting there, so he should be very careful about pushing out. He sees the stasis trap. He's gonna trigger it with one. Does he see the second one? He does not! And all of the stalkers are trapped now. Two stalkers are at home and they will get killed. Now this is a bunch of dead units. A bunch of dead workers. Workers trying to fight. He's gonna snipe that Void Ray. 4 workers did go down. So far so good here for MaxPax. He's gonna kill another one, and he's in the main base with the oracle, killing more and more workers. 10, 12 workers fall in here. Ooh, a stalker is gonna die. I guess 12 was too early. There we go, it's 13. pretty good counter damage, huh? That makes up for a delayed Nexus, but does he have the units? I mean, herO just needs to go. herO just has too much. He just needs to go. He can literally just kill MaxPax. This should get overcharged, this thing. He needs to recharge it. There we go, he's gonna recharge. He might lose a Stalker in the meantime. But there's even more Stalkers. There's more and more Stalkers. Sentry, a probe for a pylon. He's gonna try to push up the ramp. If he can... Oh no, he just force fields the ramp. Now you need to kind of blink down. Blink is not done yet here for MaxPax. When the pylon is not gonna unpower the shield battery, but he just blinks on top of the Stalker's force field here to block out some of the probes. I think, man, the writing's on the wall. There's not much left for MaxPax. He still has the Oracle across the map trying to deal some damage. He has another couple of Stalkers, but he should lose this base. He should definitely lose this base because, I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't even walk down with the Stalkers. I think, yeah, man, he's gonna blink up. He's gonna snipe the first Stalker here, very swift. He's gonna snipe the second Stalker. GG, man, herO with a killer move. Killer instinct here. Lovely stuff. Extremely aggressive from second one. Throwing down that blocking pylon, then getting the cybernetics core block off. That was insanely good. And delaying that Nexus so long. In the end, even though he got trapped in that stasis trap and there was almost a good comeback for MaxPax. MaxPax traded basically his whole army for those 13 probes. And then in the end he wasn't able to defend because he never killed these Stalkers in the trap, right? Even if they're trapped, eventually they'll get untrapped and then you have a big army. So, what up, man? herO just moves across the map, kills MaxPax, takes the first game in this series here. Very well done by him. And let's hop into the second map here. It's gonna be Ultra Love. Love to see it ultra much. It's actually a really cool map. I like it most for Terran because of the way it is kind of laid out in the middle of the map with those big high ground thing and the bridges and those like a lot of ramps there and rocks and stuff. Yep. But see, I'm so tuned on getting the lead, giving the lead to MaxPax that I already did it this game. There we go. In the top right we have MaxPax, needs to bring it back, playing for Psystorm Gaming by the way, and Weibo Gaming's herO in the bottom left here. I'm pretty sure he still plays for that team. Should be a Chinese team. Who last played? Oh, actually, apparently his contract did expire like 2 weeks ago, so he's teamless currently. There you go, guys. If you want to pick up a player, well, that's your guy. The Blue Prowlers player. Is he gonna do the same thing again? This is a different beast though. You can wall this area off. There's a ramp natural basically, so most people will just go for the non-double gate expand. You can kind of do the same thing though if you want to, but it's a little bit more difficult to pull off because you need to fight into the high ground there. Now MaxPax did skip. He did skip something. What did he skip? He skipped a pylon. He skipped the gas. Trying to get that Nexus out even faster. He skipped that cybernetics core. So he has a very early Nexus. Insanely greedy him, but that's definitely gonna pay off. Now can herO utilize this to his advantage? I don't think so. MaxPax is even gonna deny the block here with a pylon for herO, so herO needs to make a weird wall, but herO is used to that. I'm not sure if you really want to do this as MaxPax. And herO's gonna fully wall with the shield battery at this point. He still has this probe in the main base. If the probe throws down a sneak pylon, that would be insanely good for MaxPax, especially if it doesn't get scouted. Now both players know about the Stargates of their opponents. This has been seen here, and on the other side this is of course spotted currently by the pylon. Now the Stalker's rallied back into the base, and then you can just open up the pylon and eventually, well, you're gonna be fine. It's gonna snipe the probe. Oh. What are we gonna make here? Phoenix, of course. On the other side, Stargate will also produce Phoenix. And we are here in our first Phoenix vs Phoenix game. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Second Stargate already on the way here for herO. That's very fast. He will have to skip a Phoenix for a second here. As you can see, and there we go. This means MaxPax did already catch up in the Phoenix production, but he's also throwing down a second, Stargate. Let's make Phoenix until we bleed out of our ears. You kind of need to get this extra gas here very soon as herO. He's skipping probes at the moment, which is very interesting to see. To try and get out an abundance of Phoenix, I guess. And now he's gonna chrono boost the Phoenix here. He's gonna move across with 3. That's definitely not gonna work, because we already see 3 here for MaxPax. And I don't think the advantage is gonna be something he can push. He has a Stalker though, which is interesting. So you need to be kind of careful here. He has a Stalker that adds damage, but 4 Phoenix against 4 with a Stalker, well, who should win? It's pretty clear. He has 5 Phoenix now here against 4. I think you can just move in. At this rate, you can just move in, actually. He's trying to wait for that Phoenix. He wants to assassinate one, and now he's just gonna poke with this Stalker, man. It's great. He's just dealing damage to the Phoenix, and he can't do anything against this. Because if you lift and move in and lift, then he's just gonna lose the fight. Another probe is gonna get killed here. This is so weird, man. This Stalker is so weird. Now let's have a look at the actual numbers. We are looking at 8 to 8. Both players with the same amount here. But this is so... Oh my god, does he have a forge? No, there's no forge. What I like to see sometimes, like, oh my, okay, hold the phone. So the Stalker does survive, unfortunately by MaxPax, a little bit too fast there to trigger heavy, and he's going into the fleet beacon. So what I sometimes like as the... if you place offensive cannons and cheap batteries. Now the Stalker is gonna get sniped here. 11 Phoenix to 11 Phoenix here. herO is just kind of sniping whatever is there. There's actually an adept dealing damage at home. He's gonna shade and escape that lift. He's gonna deal a lot of damage. And now with the fleet beacon coming online, I like it for red Protoss player quite a bit. But at third Nexus is gonna be way faster here for herO. If you can find an engage, these pylons are also creating some vision, which is kind of cool. You can find an engage and trade those Phoenix as good as you can before the range is finishing. I mean, they're starting now, and so far it's a relatively even trade here, but herO keeps on picking up probes. Now, he's later to this volley, but he still kind of manages to come up ahead, and he's still picking up probes. He's gonna kill the Zealot as well. MaxPax is not fast enough. He's a little bit too passive with these Phoenix, but he's gonna have Phoenix range in 10 seconds, and herO needs to recognize this. He needs to stay back until he has his own Phoenix range. Now, one thing you can do, he has still these pylons, right? And whenever he sees a Phoenix, he can click on it and he can check the weapons, and it says range 7. You can check this. You don't have to be over curious. It's 2 range, and he doesn't even have more Phoenixes. Oh no, 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 not like this. Now he's gonna get a connection and he will be able to trade them. But it's gonna be a better trade for MaxPax. And herO is looking to be in a little bit of peril. He has a shield battery, which is okay, but it's not enough. He needs to get the lock with all of his phoenixes. But yeah, just like that is how you want to play it as MaxPax. He's gonna snipe so many phoenixes before anything can be rekilled here. Now coming in, but already 9-5. Numbers are dwindling here for only one player. And this is when the game is gonna be done. MaxPax gets the Phoenix Wars. Game number 1 here between these two. Oh, so the team did disband Weibo Gaming. That's crazy. Alright, let's hop into the third map here in this best of 5. To have a 1-1 situation between these two players, and it is in the bottom left MaxPax, and in the top right it is herO. We're playing on ley lines. Now we gotta see Phoenix shenanigans again. Ley lines kind of does lend itself to be one of these maps, but because of these purple gases. But it's actually not that easy. The thing is, like if you play Phoenix Wars, it doesn't really matter where you expand. You can like expand way out there. It doesn't really matter. So you can grab those purple geysers if you want to. You do see double gate here from herO and no wall in from MaxPax. Very interesting approach. And herO is proxying something. He's proxying some tech. Let's see what it is. It could be a Stargate to make surprise Phoenix. It could be a Dark Shrine, which would be good against Stargate openings in general if you only go one Oracle. Now he's gonna move out with a probe. No, he's gonna bring it back. What is it gonna be? I think it's a Stargate. Oh, he's gonna make Stalkers first. Okay, so there you go. He's gonna show these Stalkers being made. Is he gonna cancel them now? No cancelling. He's gonna make a Twilight Hidden? A second gate for MaxPax. No Stargate. So finally he's switching this up. It's probably the first game I've seen no Stargate from. I mean, he sees the Phoenix. He's like, is that hallucination? This might be the first game I've seen MaxPax since like 3 years where he does not in a PvP play Stargate. herO is already setting up a proxy pylon. He wants to push. He wants to make a what charge? Then glaives? What is this, herO? I think he's gonna throw down a gateway here, by the way. There we go. So this is gonna be adept glaives, it seems. He's gonna have 4 stalkers, and then he is gonna go into 1 sentry. 2 extra gateways and adepts afterwards. We do see a robo on the other side. I think the adept glaive should should be better, because, like, two things. There's no wall here. So big mistake by MaxPax. He cannot wall this off. He cannot block the adepts from just shade into the main base. This might be just what herO is looking for. He's gonna even throw down a 5th gate here. He doesn't have no natural. This is a 5-gate adept. Oh, sorry, it's a pylon. I'm so stupid. It's a 4-gate adept all in. I was like, why has he no second base but 5 gates? Like, so weird. And MaxPax has not found this piece of tech. He's trying to warp in extra units, but 2 gates are not gonna hold up against this. He's making a bunch of shield batteries. Probably warp in another gateway. And hero's just massing up adepts right now. More and more adepts joining the fray here. Oh, look at the army supply explosion here. herO. There's already an immortal, but this is where he is gonna say, oh darn. I wish I would have walled. Actually, herO is going for the engage. I'm not sure about this. He's fighting into the shield batteries. He doesn't even need to. He's trying to snipe the immortal as best as he can, but man, the immortal is gonna get pulled back so many times here. Adepts now fighting against probes is really what you actually want to have happen, but this is gonna be difficult in the actual army fight here. Now he's gonna most likely use these stalkers there to the top. But already a lot of probes are dying. This is not enough though. This is by far not enough. If this is over like this, herO is dead. He needs to care way more. He wasted so much damage on that immortal. Those 3 shield batteries were basically the hero of the game here. I think MaxPax has done it. 30 supply to 20 to 51. There we go. MaxPax is gonna pick up this W. Next map will be Amygdala. In the bottom left, it is MaxPax, and in the top right, we do have herO. I was expecting Dark Shrine last game. Me kind of too, yeah. And I think, I mean, with the Robo, it's basically a free win against the Dark Shrine though. So, but the Adept thing also didn't work. He just wasted too much firepower on that Immortal. I think it was the wrong target. It was the wrong choice to try and fight down on the low ground. He should have just gone into the main base with the shades and just killed all of the probes and then whop in more adept rounds and try to go for a big army fight afterwards. He could have even tried to kill the Nexus with adepts in the main base, because there was nothing in the main base and there was 3 shield batteries at the natural. That's the only place where you don't want to fight, literally. DKZ Gaming, yeah, and then it was Dragon Phoenix Gaming, and then it was Weibo Gaming, and now it's gone, unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, and herO was there for a very long time. Some net score for both players here, but double gate for herO. No, the last game ended up a double gate robo for MaxPax. But the second gate was quite delayed. How is he going to play this time? He's going to fall back into that Stargate play. And we're going to see a pylon. So we're going to do the same thing again. He's going to try to get the cybernetics core. Oh, don't get hit by the zealot there. Very nice. Kind of baiting that to get shots. And you need to move the zealot basically in that area. I think he's gonna let it finish, and I think he's gonna cybernetics core block this again. There we go. He gets the cyber core block again. Now this time there's a stalker and not an adept, so that means MaxPax can clear these structures a little bit faster than that earlier game, the first game. Here he's gonna throw down his own nexus. For a second I was like, wait, did he cancel his cybernetics core? Now of course, second one building right now. And I think you let this finish still as herO. I think you still delay this as long as you can. Yeah, there we go. Lets it finish. And a cancelled shield battery here from MaxPax. So he gets more money to make that nexus. Oracle being overcharged is seen here. My herO is gonna throw down another hallucination to monitor that one. Needs a couple stalkers now. He's making only sentries. He has 4 sentries, which are not gonna be good at dealing with an Oracle. I mean, the stalkers are even not gonna find it. The stalker's gonna run into 2 stalkers and end the Oracle, and it's gonna die. Unfortunately, herO didn't miss these 2 stalkers moving out. So now he needs to defend with what he has here. But he cannot really split up his forces. He does luckily see that Stasis is getting warped in, so he should be able to just avoid that. He's gonna sacrifice a probe, and he's gonna catch these 2 stalkers here. He does lose a sentry. I think he lost 2 sentries in total there. Oh no, 1 sentry. Oh, can he kill that? No! The trap finishes, and it freezes so many units. Oh my god. 2, 4, 6, 8... 10, 11 workers and 1 stalker are frozen. That's so much income. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at this advantage right now. That's the stasis trap. Probe coming across the map. He's gonna set up a proxy potentially. Yeah, he does have his own blink on the way. Blink for herO is quite a bit delayed here actually in comparison to MaxPax, which is interesting to see because he did not go into the Stargate, of course. He went into Mass Sentry for some reason. I mean, he catches these 2 stalkers, loses only 1 sentry, which is okay. But that mining time definitely was not what he was looking for. In the end, with the structures he invested in to delay that Nexus, we're looking at an incredible even situation between these 2 here, but then the tempo is gonna be king, and tempo currently looks to be on MaxPax side. Already going into a 3rd base. herO is thrown down a proxy gate. MaxPax is scouting a tiny bit. Now he's actually gonna find this here. And herO will see, oh my god, no! This is where you like the move commands better. Still gonna find it potentially, but herO has the bigger army right now. He actually has a lot more units. Now MaxPax is doing the same proxy, just on the other side of the map. herO is scouted though, and herO does not see this himself. 10 stocks to 10, so MaxPax actually warping in enough units here. And he's focusing on hallucination, man. This is where those sentries actually shine. He has a couple fake stalkers in this army, and if you can cancel this base, it's gonna be worth it. But there's no blink yet from herO, so he needs to be careful. Now he's gonna have it in a second. There we go. And Nexus is killed. And now is he gonna recall? He has his own Nexus on the way. Dank Shrine. Dark Shrine on the way for MaxPax, and he's currently having 2 adepts going into that main base here, trying to deal some economic damage. Extract a lead for himself. But hero's defense looking okay. Now another stasis trap attempt here. Hero's gonna pull the probes. If he could get that oracle, that would be amazing. Pesky oracle or being gone from the map. Hero's still kind of posturing in this area. But I don't think he can engage this, because there should be too many stalkers. No guardian shield being used, rather a force field here. He's gonna pull his reinforcements to this. But I think we're very even, and herO does not have any detection at all, ladies and gentlemen. Now if the Dark Shrine finishes, there's gonna be a DT walking into that main base. Oh shit. That was a salvage mission. That was recover and retreat mission. He's gonna throw down a forge. That will be the only detection. There's already DTs. This game is over. I think MaxPax has done it. He's outplayed herO. He's gonna go into a robo, but I mean, if you just walk in with the DTs, there's literally nothing you can do. He could force field this. He has a lot of sentries. He's gonna find this proxy. He's gonna clear the proxy. But now there's 2 DTs. But the longer the DTs wait, the more the chances there are. Now he sees the first DT. And he sees the robo is being attacked. He also sees the second DT. This base needs to be fortified. 2 DTs. Now he's gonna block this. Where are these sentries? Didn't he have like more sentries? There's one down here. Yeah, the robo is gonna die. GG. And that's how the game ends in PvP. Oh, great stuff. Okay, thank you everybody for watching. I'm lucky we had this ending to this series. Definitely a PvP in a nutshell here tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to follow my YouTube channels down there. Also the Brood War thing, which is new. Sentries mostly got fortified when the Stalkers got stasis on the other side of the map. Yeah, most of the sentries died there, I guess. That was a very unfortunate mistake there by herO, and that's what you get if you let an oracle out on the map, right?